let us see the topic population explosion and birth control of lesson 3 in zoology, namely reproductive health. India's population has exceeded nearly 1.26 billion and is expected to become the largest country in population size, surpassing China around 2022. So this explosion of population is due to the increased health facilities and better living conditions have enhanced the longevity of human beings in India. So to overcome this problem of population explosion, birth control is the only available solution. The birth control methods does two important actions, namely to prevent fertilization, and the second one is to prevent implantation of a fertilized egg in the uterus. So thus birth control can be defined as the voluntary use of contraceptive procedures to prevent fertilization or prevent implantation of a fertilized egg in the uterus. So thus once when an ideal contraceptive should be user friendly, easily available, and it should not lead any side effects and should not interfere with sexual drive. So once when they follow the birth control methods, this has to be taken care. And the contraceptive methods are of two types, namely temporary methods and permanent methods. Contraceptive methods are broadly divided into two types, namely temporary methods and permanent methods. So temporary methods are further divided into two types, namely natural methods and barrier methods. Under natural methods, we have four types, namely periodic abstinence, continuous abstinence, coitus interruptus, and lactational amenorrhea. So these are the four types included in natural methods. So this question we may get in either 2 or 3 marks point of view. Under barrier methods, there are four types, namely chemical barrier, mechanical barrier, hormonal barrier, and intrauterine devices. So these are the four subtypes of the barrier methods. Whereas in case of permanent methods, they are of two types, namely tubectomy and vasectomy. So let's start with the temporary methods, under which the first type is happen to be natural method. So this method is very simple in preventing the meeting of sperm with egg or ovum. So methods used to prevent meeting of sperm with ovum is known as natural method. Under this there are four methods as follows: periodic abstinence, which is also called as rhythmic method. The second one is continuous abstinence. The third one is coitus interruptus, and the fourth one is lactational amenorrhea. Under natural method, the first type is said to be periodic abstinence or rhythmic method, in which coitus or sexual intercourse is usually avoided during the time of 14th day of the menstrual cycle. Why? Because ovulation usually occurs at about 14th day of the menstrual cycle. So after the release of the ovum is capable of surviving about 2 days, and the sperm is capable of living in the female reproductive tract for about 72 hours or 3 days. So by the time the coitus has to be prevented, in this picture it is clearly shown from 8 to 19 days it is very risk, because fertilization may occur. The second method is continuous abstinence method, in which this is very simplest and most reliable way to avoid pregnancy, whereby not to have coitus at all for a defined period that facilitates conception. The third type is coitus interruptus. So this is an old type of family planning method, in which the male partner withdraws his penis before ejaculation, thereby preventing deposition of semen into the vagina. Last type in natural method is happen to be lactational amenorrhea. So after parturition or after childbirth, usually the menstrual cycle starts as early as about 6 to 8 weeks in time. So however, sometimes the reappearance of the normal ovarian cycles may be delayed for about 6 months during the breastfeeding. So during the breastfeeding, the appearance of normal ovarian cycle may be delayed. So this delay in ovarian cycles is usually called as lactational amenorrhea, and this serves as a natural but an unreliable form of natural birth. So suckling by the baby during breastfeeding stimulates the pituitary to secrete increased prolactin hormone in order to increase the milk production. So in this picture it is clearly shown the baby is sucking the mother's milk, and so thus the pituitary of the mother gets stimulated, and after the stimulation of the pituitary gland, it produces increase in amount of prolactin hormone. So this increase in prolactin hormone also increases the production of milk. So this high prolactin concentration in mother's blood may prevent a menstrual cycle. So once when the amount of prolactin get increased in mother's blood, thus it may prevent the menstrual cycle. So by suppressing the release of the gonadotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus, and also gonadotropin secretion from the pituitary gland. So the second type is barrier methods. So in these methods, the ovum and the sperm are prevented from meeting so that fertilization does not occur. So fertilization is prevented by non-meeting of the sperm and ovum. So under this, there are four methods as follows: chemical barrier, mechanical barrier, hormonal barrier, and intrauterine devices. The first case is chemical barrier. In this method, the sperms are inactivated in the vagina. For inactivating the sperms in the vagina, there are certain types by foaming tablets, melting suppositories, jellies, and creams. So these are applied in the vagina, so thereby the sperms will be inactivated. So such method is known as chemical barrier methods. The second method is mechanical barriers, where condoms are used as the mechanical barriers. Condoms are nothing but a thin sheath used to cover the penis in males, whereas in females it is used to cover the vagina and cervix just before the coitus, so as to prevent the entry of the ejaculated semen into the female reproductive tract. So this can prevent even conception or fertilization. Condom should be discarded after a single use. Condom also safeguards the user from AIDS as well as certain STDs. So condoms are made up of polyurethane latex and lambskin. So these condoms are made by either a lambskin or polyurethane latex. Diaphragms, cervical caps, and valves are made up of rubber and are inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix before coitus in order to prevent the sperms from entering the uterus. The third method is happen to be the hormonal barrier method. So usually the hormones prevents the ovaries from releasing the ova. So thus ova are not produced from the ovaries because of these hormones. And the hormones also plays a vital role in keeping the cervix thickness by secreting a fluid known as the cervical fluid. So because of the presence of this cervical fluid, the sperms are kept away from the ovum. And the next is happen to be the oral contraceptives. So pills which are taken orally happen to be the oral contraceptives. So pills are used to prevent the ovulation by inhibiting the secretion of FSH and LH hormones. So these pills plays a vital role in inhibiting the production of the FSH and LH hormones. Thus, the ovulation gets arrested. The combined pill is most commonly used for birth control pill. So it contains synthetic hormones, namely progesterone and estrogen. So Saheli is said to be the contraceptive pill by Central Drug Research Institute in Lucknow, India. Contains a non-steroidal preparation called Centroman. So this is very important regarding 1 mark point of view. So this is the tablet or the pill used in India, Saheli, as contraceptive pills. The fourth type in barrier method is intrauterine devices. So intrauterine devices are inserted by medical experts in the uterus through the vagina. So they are available in three formats, namely copper releasing IUDs, hormone releasing IUDs, and non-medicated IUDs. So IUDs also increases phagocytosis of sperm within the uterus. The sperms are engulfed or the sperms are killed by using these IUDs. And IUDs are also responsible for ideal contraceptives for females who want to delay the pregnancy. It is one of the popular methods of contraception in India and has a success rate of about 95 to 99%. Copper releasing IUDs differ from each other by the amount of copper present in them, so that They are classified as follows: copper T 380A, Nova T, copper 7, copper T 380AG, multi-load 375, etc. So they release free copper and certain copper salts into the uterus, which suppresses the sperm motility. Thus, the sperm motility can be suppressed by the copper salts and certain free coppers present by them, and they can remain in the uterus for about 5 to 10 years. Hormone releasing IUDs such as progestastat and LNG20 are often called as intrauterine systems. So they increase the viscosity of the cervical mucus. So the cervical mucus gets increased by the hormone releasing IUDs and thereby prevent the sperms from entering the cervix. So thereby the entry of the sperms is prevented into the cervix. So non-medicated IUDs are made up of plastic or stainless steel. So example is Lippus Loop is a double S-shaped plastic device. So this is made by plastic and it is nothing but a double S-shaped device called as Lippus Loop. And next is happen to be permanent birth control methods. These birth control methods are adopted by individuals who do not want to have any more children at all. So surgical sterilization methods are the permanent contraception methods advised for males as well as female partners to prevent any more pregnancies. So this blocks the transport of gametes and prevents the conception. Tubectomy is said to be the permanent birth control methods in case of human females. So in this procedure, a small portion of the both fallopian tubes are cut and tied up through a small incision in the abdomen or through the vagina. So this tubectomy can be done by a small incision in the abdomen or through the vagina. So here both the fallopian tubes are cut and they are tied. So thereby the sperm entry can be prevented. So this prevents the fertilization as well as the entry of the egg into the uterus. So no more egg is allowed through the uterus, or sperm entry will also be prevented by the tubectomy. Vasectomy is said to be the permanent birth control method done in case of human males. So in this procedure, both vas deferens are cut and tied through a small incision on the scrotum to prevent the entry of the sperm into the urethra. So this is happened to be the vas deferens. Both these vas deferens are cut at this juncture and they are tied, so thereby the entry of the sperms are prevented. And vasectomy prevents sperm from heading off to the penis, as discharge has no sperms in it. Even the discharge may not contain any sperms at all. Such a surgery method is usually called as vasectomy. So with this topic is getting over. Regarding the other topics, we'll see in the next videos. Thank you.